Hello guys and welcome back to our Star Wars figure review, and for today's figure review we are going to do a comparison video on the Disney Toybox Han Solo versus the Galaxy of Adventures Han Solo. Now why is it that I'm going to compare these two figures? They're both from an animated sort of style series, like the Disney Toy Box one is from the Disney Infinity video game, but there were some cutscenes, of course, in that video game as well. And then you have the Galaxy of Adventures Han Solo on your right, and that's a really cool figure. I just purchased it recently, as you saw in my haul video, and I want to compare these two figures because I do think they are very similar in terms of, like I said, it's animated, and that's how I'm going to compare them. They're both actually really nice figures. The Disney Toy Box one, I believe, is around $15 when he came out. Galaxy of Adventures one is around $10 if I'm not mistaken, but it's a little bit more expensive here in Belgium for the Galaxy of Adventures figures, but overall really cool figures nonetheless. So let's just take a look at the Disney Toy Box Han Solo first. So the Disney Toy Box Han Solo is a very animated style look. Looks like a Disney character, just like the video game, of course. But you do have the sculpted hair, the sculpted eyes, eyebrows. Does have a nice face to it, a very animated style face. You do have the black vest, but there's no like real detailing on that vest. You do have the belt, the brown belt with the silver belt buckle. However, the silver belt buckle here is more silver gray instead of silver, same as the part on the side of his belt. And then you do have the rest of the belt here. There it goes. So the rest of the belt here. So you can see he does have the holster attached to the leg, but it's not a functioning holster. That's one of the things. And then the accessory here for the figure is, of course, his blaster. As you can see, it's pretty large. It's a pretty large blaster, but it does have some detailing on it, but just no paint whatsoever. But there is definitely some detailing on this little piece. So that's pretty cool. You do have the legs, of course, with just the blue legs with red striping on there, and then the black boots. So that looks pretty good, actually. The hands are sculpted well enough, but again, it does have a very animated style look to it. So that's about it for the look of this figure. Like articulation wise, it's pretty decent, but let's say you want to move his arm up. That is all he can move up with his elbow, so that's not a great articulation point there. So it's pretty restricted in terms of the elbows. The head is pretty decent. There's a waist swivel. The hip articulation is pretty good as well, but just that the elbows are just not very good at all on this figure. On this particular figure, you can see it's tough to do with one hand, but. There you go, that's about it. So, and the blaster looks pretty large, actually. If you have the figure displayed with the blaster, it looks pretty huge, in my opinion. So, you do have the Toy Box version, and then we go to the Galaxy of Adventures Han Solo. Again, this is also a very animated style look, but this one is based on the short YouTube clips that are online, the short videos. And they're pretty cool, definitely made for kids. But the figure itself is actually really nice. If you take a look at the sculpt here for the face, there's a lot more detailing in this one than on this one. This is very plain and just regular like face sculpt. Nothing too special there. But here it looks super nice. The hair is sculpted much better as well. You can see that. That looks really good. If you take a look at the black vest that he is wearing, you do have the pouches on there, sculpted on this side and also on the other side. There you go. So that looks great. Take a look at the belt. He does have the two belts that Han Solo usually wears. One for the holster, one for the pants, I guess. And the silver belt buckle looks actual silver, and on both belt buckles actually, and the small details here and the details here. So that all looks really nicely. If you take a look at the pants, it has a really nice blue color, a little bit vibrant. It's very different than this one. It's more matte. kind of paint that they use on this one, but this one looks more shiny and I do prefer that. The black boots, of course, so that looks pretty good as well. Also, there is some detailing here on the back on his black vest. Again, really nicely sculpted actually, so definitely digging that. And again, this figure also comes with the same accessory, which is Han Solo's signature blaster. It looks really good actually, and a lot better than the Disney Toybox version, of course. And this one is proportionate better. The proportions on this one are much better. You can see if he holds it in his hand, this looks normal, just like an animate style Han Solo. And the blaster can also fit in the holster. As you can see, there is a hole in the holster to put the blaster in. So that's really actually quite nice on this figure. So overall, you know, they're both actually pretty nice figures. I've always really enjoyed the Disney Toybox version, but ever since I got the new figure here, the Galaxy of Adventures Han Solo, that one definitely blows the other one out of the water, and I'm probably going to get rid of the Disney Toybox version. It's a nice figure, but I definitely prefer this one. If there is an animated style Han Solo that you want in your collection, this is definitely the one go-to Han Solo figure there for that particular version. This one is like 5 inches tall, and this one is just a little bit smaller, but it's not really that noticeable, honestly. It's just, as you can see, it's a little bit smaller, but not a lot. But overall, both very nice figures, and I hope you guys enjoyed this comparison video. So we'll be back with more videos very soon, so until then, keep collecting, may the force be with you, and bye.